Hi, hi, and welcome to my channel. Hi, Hunter. Where are you going, buddy? Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Buddy or LittleGunBunny, and this is a channel about my journey and the giant mess on my desk behind me, apparently. My journey through guns and cosplay, and yes, I will be posting more cosplay content soon, I promise. It just takes forever to make cosplays. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Glocks. So, if you don't know, a big part of my journey has been a gun I like to call the Glock and stock, which if you don't know what that is, that will be linked now in the thingy or not if I forget, but it will be appearing on screen now. The Glock and stock, which is the race gun I have used in a lot of brutalities, but starting from my first one ever, where it was actually kind of like my backup gun because my first gun broke. It has become kind of a staple of my journey and this channel, and also the beginning of my love for stocked pistols, which ironically, I actually started this channel off with one of my first history videos about the TP-83, and that's also a stocked pistol, which I didn't realize until recently. Or not realize, I knew it was, but I didn't really remember it until recently. Anyway, so I realized recently that I actually never shot the Glock without a stock. Like, I've only ever shot it as the Glock and stock. So I was like, this is such a popular gun. Would I like it unstocked, or is it only value to me personally with a stock? I'm not an expert. As I like to say on this channel, I'm not an expert and I'm not here to be one. I'm here to learn about things and show you that and my tits. Oh, and also speaking of that, people seem to be annoyed by the way I dress. And to show you how much I care about that opinion, I decided to up it with these wonderful earrings, if they will get in focus. Come on. Come on, camera. There we go. Look at them. Beautiful, right? Because I like the way I dress. It makes me confident. And also I'm obsessed with these bodysuit type things because it makes me feel like a vintage superhero, which I think is fucking cool, and fuck you. But that's my channel. If you don't like it, why are you here? I'm here, I'm queer, and I'm gonna shoot some fucking guns. Now, before we continue, I would like to... My earrings. They keep hitting me in the face. Oh god, I'm so... This is what happens, people, when you live alone and you have a YouTube channel and forget to trim your bangs. I don't know, I actually kind of like them this long. But they're definitely, like, I can see them. Not like in the camera, like I can see them in my line of vision. But they're cute. Ah, okay. Anyway, now that I'm done being distracted. Where did I put my ears? 1 minute, I'll be back. Well, I couldn't find my bunny ears, but I found my cat ears, so I'm wearing those now. Hi, Hunter. Yeah, you're a good boy. Come here. Psst, psst. Kind of hurt my head right now. Anyway, let's talk about Glocks. Fuck. Okay. So I realized this is such a popular gun, and one for its movability with, you know, the Glock horse farms and that whole thing. But also, it's... Now I'm just thinking about Bad Dragon. Anyway. Not only is Glock a very memed, but it is also a popular gun. And I think it's kind of funny that I have never actually shot it until now unstocked. So I decided to go to the range and assess whether or not I actually like this gun without a stock, or if it's just the fact that it's a stocked pistol that makes me like it. Spoiler alert, I like the Mauser broom handle, so I have weird opinions. And let's go to the range. What was that? Why am I doing that? That's not a thing I do. I apologize.
Especially the ones that indicate you missing the target.
What?
Especially the ones that indicate you missing the target. Remember, dignity is earned through judicious marksmanship.
Huh?
Dignity is earned through not missing.
Yes. Well, so this is to talk about, like... I've never shot an unstocked Glock, so this is to test out, like, the difference.
Okay.
Fucking cold out.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna kill you.
This is mild. Last week was fucking cold. Alright, you wish to start with the stocked Glock?
Yeah.
Alright. Put the magazine in.
My favorite.
Shooter, do you understand the course of fire?
Yes.
Shooter, are you ready?
Ready.
Shooter indicates ready. Beep! How fast can you go?
How fast can I hit?
How fast can you hit? Try to squeeze the trigger as soon as the red dot is back on the paper.
Okay.
All right. Ready for non-stocked Glock?
Yes. So I like this. It is good. It works. It's a good gun.
Yes.
I mean, there are ways to improve it, but I have no notes.
Well, your next note is to try the same thing with no dot and no stock and like old school.
I've literally never shot like a normal Glock.
So this is the Glock 20, right?
That one's also Glock 20.
That's 40.
Oh, I thought it was a 20.
No, long slide. So they're both 10 millimeter. They're both Glocks, very similar mechanically. That one's had a lightly improved trigger. It's still got, you know, OG 90s night sights on a OG 90s Glock.
Yeah. So it's less about the sights. I'm not comparing like the red dot to the iron sights. I'm trying to just see like...
What does it feel like to shoot 10 millimeter from a Glock without a stock?
Yeah, and also what it's like to shoot a Glock in the first place without a stock. Because I never even shot that folded.
In 10 mil, it's substantial.
It's a spicy boy?
Yes. Yeah, you kind of have to leave the mouthpiece down.
I can't hear you.
You kind of have to not cover your mouth or your glasses will fog.
Yeah, I learned that just now. Walk open on empty?
It should.
Didn't.
Push the mag back in and try racking the slide.
It's clear.
Push the mag all the way in. All right, well, it should lock open on empty.
Well, my hands are stronger though, because I can actually rack the fucking slide.
It's true.
Hammer down.
Yep.
It's a gun.
It is an pistol. It does the pistol thing well.
I think I just like the Glock in stock because it has a stock. I legitimately think that any other pistol that is like, I like, with a stock, I would be a million times better. But I've never really shot any other stocked pistol besides the Mauser. And honestly, that's fucking better. That's better than... I think I only like it because it's a modern stocked pistol. I think the Glock is dumb. I would like to let you know that some information about my channel. First off, that I am only funded by my Patreon. I will not be doing sponsorships or using YouTube's monetization feature, even though they've asked me twice now. So if you are interested in that, you get extra GunBunny content and it starts at $5. So my link for the Patreon will be in the description below and on screen now. I also have a PayPal box where you're welcome to send me things. I will soon actually be putting together a requested list of guns and tactical gear and stuff that I like, including ammo. If people want to send me things that aren't a subscription-based service, or if you just have stuff lying around. So that will be being compiled soon, and I will keep that updated so people can know, like, oh, what does she own, what does she, etc. I also want to say that I post videos every Monday and Thursday, so come to my channel and check out there. I do a good mix of things. I do everything from competitions to trying new guns to cosplay, shooting in cosplay, more goofy videos kind of like this, making cosplay, and just also pure goofing off. I also generally document my journey through guns and opening a gun shop. Let me think. I have social medias, which are on the screen over here somewhere, where you can follow me, but I mostly post on YouTube and sometimes on Instagram. Okay, back from the range. I don't know if we caught all of it on video, but I started talking about what I kind of thought about it, so I'll talk about it now. I am not going to sit here and completely shit on the Glock like I will the 1911. No. I am going to sit here and give you a reasonable discourse on my opinion of the Glock for me and my personal use and my experience shooting it this one time at the range versus the Glock in stock. I'm going to shit on it a little bit. There is utility to the Glock, and one of those things I will admit is that it's very light. And I see why that's such a revolutionary thing in the history of guns, where it was invented in a time where all handguns were fucking super heavy, and guns like that are a real struggle bus for me to shoot without a stock. That is a very good thing, but the fact is, it's still a giant chunk of a pistol. Okay. Before I go into my ranting, I will say one more thing to its favor. The fact that it's light is really cool and it's a revolutionary thing, though now there are many lighter handguns that are better. The other thing that it has to its advantage is the fact that it's a piece of Tupperware. It's very simple design, which lets it really easily convert to something like the Glock in stock. There is no external hammer, there is no, it's a very simple design externally. Like if you look at it, it's very smooth, it's very sleek, it's a very easy thing to customize because it's so simple, because it's so light. It lends itself to customization very easily, which makes it a perfect candidate for becoming something like the Glock in stock, which is why I think, yes, popularity is part of it, but I think one of the things I learned is, for me at least, its utility lies in its ability to be easily turned into something like the Glock in stock. That being said, in a time where there are so many other handguns that exist that are light, something that is this fucking giant and chunky is a little bit silly for me, unless it's stocked. That's the key word there. I think I realized the reason I really like this gun is as a stocked pistol. I think trading out any other pistol, adding a stock for it that works as well, conversion can be shit. So it has to be a good conversion, similar to how the Glock in stock works. I would like better. I don't think I really like the Glock in stock because of the Glock. I like it because of the stock. And I'm not saying a Glock could be your favorite pistol, and that's great. But in my personal opinion, for my uses And for my, hand size and in my journey, it's not really something I find much utility in besides it being an easily convertible stocked pistol. That being said, it being really light is really nice. The ergonomics for me though, as somebody with small hands and who is really small, it's not the best, again, unless I'm holding it like I would a stocked pistol, which isn't the same as a rifle or a pistol itself, which is fine for that, but it is really big in my hands if I'm holding it like I would a normal pistol, which is where it loses its utility of being light, right? Like, it's just as chunky and big as a 1911, and yeah, it doesn't jam every 2 minutes, and it's lighter, but like pistols like the Steyr, for example, are a much better, they're just as light, but they're just a much better ergonomics for me in my hands and size-wise. And so that's something really interesting about this journey for me, is like figuring out what works for me, working around disability, and what is going to be my favorite race gun for me is going to be something very different than somebody like my mentor, who is a big man with big man hands and is able to not have his joints that are fucking destroyed by autoimmune diseases and genetic mutations. But like for me, who is 5'3", about 100 pounds, with the, joint issues, something that's light as well as being smaller is going to be a lot easier. And I like honestly, even though the CV75 is heavier, I like the grip ergonomics a lot better. Now, I would maybe not trade that out for the weight, but like a combination of the two would be perfect, and that's where you get to something like the Steyr, which is a lot smaller with better grip ergonomics. The reason I bring up the Steyr is, spoiler alert, it's going to be my new unstocked raced gun when I can buy it. Because not in all competitions am I allowed to use a stocked pistol as my pistol. But that's basically my opinion on it. Like, I don't think it's a bad gun overall. I think that just for my purposes, it's really only good as a stocked pistol. But I also do understand that it was one of the first really light handguns, which I think is really cool. I hope you enjoyed today's video and continue with me on my journey. Bye. Sticks is horse semen.